The Sega Master System. The challenge will always be there.
Hey folks, Crazy Clown Radio here again. And this time we're going to look at game number 10 in R20 from the Sega Master System series. This was originally an arcade release by Capcom in 1988, and it is the first sequel to Ghosts N Goblins. And this port was released in 1990, and this is Ghouls and Ghosts. This is a very, very good port, but be warned that some aspects of the gameplay are vastly different. And we'll look at that eventually. But this is otherwise very well done. You just kind of have to get used to the changes. For those of you who have never played this game or the original, you're a knight by the name of Arthur, and I guess he's not specifically supposed to be King Arthur from Arthurian legend, but you are a knight going through these evil forests and castles and whatnot, full of monsters and ghosts and goblins and ghouls and such. And sorry for the glitching on this first stage here, but the emulator does that sometimes. It's very, very annoying. Doesn't do that for like the actual system, but or during gameplay, but when you have to record video, it'll do that sometimes. It's really, really annoying. But for this first stage, you are armed with a lance, and you go through and you you have a bunch of Grim Reapers to kill. They only take one shot, they go down easy. There is a treasure chest, and that factors hugely into this game. And when you break it by enough shots, usually a magician will appear and he'll try to change you into a weak form, like an old man or a duck. And you either can't shoot, or you can only shoot like a couple shots very weakly, and you can move around very very weakly. But if you get a door instead, and this is only in this port, if you get a door, then you can get some items that will help you, and you will eventually need the items to be able to complete the game. And now in this second half of the stage, there's basically kind of 3 parts to each stage. There's one part where you just scroll to the end until you leave the scene, and then the second part is you play up till you get to a boss, and there's a door, and we get to upgrade our helmet, armor, or shoes. The first thing you want to upgrade is the shoes, because there will be some jumps that you'll need to make, and they are super hard to make if you don't have shoes upgrade. The shoes make you a little bit faster. Now in this area we have these killer plants that will shoot 3 skulls. One will go straight up, one will go to the left, and one will go to the right. They're pretty easy to avoid. But once we get to the end of this part, then we will be just short of facing the first boss. Eventually, Arthur will be able to use magic, and there's sometimes a pig that will try to jump at you, and he'll stop just short, and you'll want to nail him. You can attack him below, but he also barfs down on you. It's pretty disgusting. But yeah, this was a pretty darn good game for the arcade back in the day. I didn't really see it much in the arcades though. It made its way pretty quickly to home systems. The port for the Sega Genesis was excellent. Now you won't be able to get through that door without a key, and you'll see a treasure chest that you'll need to break to get a portal to where you can face a boss and get a key. And that boss is a big ogre with its head coming off. You need to keep repositioning yourself so you don't get nailed by a fireball. In the original arcade game, there was a timer. You do not have that in this game, so take all the time you need to plot your strategy against bosses or in stages and whatnot. And here is the windmill area. There's also a grain mill in which the grain tries to suck you down into a pit where you die. Learn where the treasure chests pop out of. And I hate those turtles that pop out of the skulls, because eventually they'll try to shoot at you and you have to dodge the shot. Sometimes there will be a choice to just replenish your life meter, or your life, or your magic points. And I do not yet have magic. You need to, I think you need to upgrade your armor once. And here's the grain that tries to drag you downwards. Note that I have 2 magic spells. I have fire and I have thunder. They're not going to help me a whole lot at this point. In this area, and this sucks, right over that pit where you'll die if you land, there are pathways that break in certain places, and you have to know where those breaks will be. They will drop you right down. If you have really good armor, or maybe it's really good shoes, that note that these those top 2 just before the third one at the top do not break. But there are 2 spots that break, and one is just before that treasure. That treasure won't go away, don't worry. The treasure's... whoa. That's an antlion that's trying to catch me. It won't kill you right away, but you will die right away if you fall in the pit. And there's the door. We'll go on in, and that'll take me to a mini boss. And this is the devil from. It doesn't look quite the same as the devil in Ghosts N Goblins, but it kind of performs the same as tricky moves. But at any rate, the second part of this stage is where you really need the shoes upgrade. Even just one upgrade is enough to make the level a lot easier, because there are jumps that are otherwise hard to make. Now I get to choose between a helmet, armor, or a dagger as a weapon upgrade. Now, what each thing does is the armor increases your maneuverability, or your dexterity. The helmet will let you learn new spells, and you can have, what are they? Fire, lightning, which I already have, then double, shield, and explosion, and we'll look at what those do later on. Now we gotta cross these platforms in this fire area. Note that you can jump, that you can fire upwards, and you can jump and fire downwards. That was a thing that was new to the Ghosts N Goblins series. They didn't have that in the first game. When you get to the end of the screen of an area and the screen doesn't scroll anymore, then you will need to unlock a treasure and go in the door, and you will face a boss fight. And this guy's pretty easy. Just watch out for those fireballs that are falling. Don't move too far to the right to begin with, or he'll tag you. It's a big firehound, I guess. But that's the end of stage 2. And now, note that it looks like you're just on one little platform surrounded by abyss. That's not the case. The platform will... It's just a little lighted area. You move left or right and you'll see the rest of the actual platform that you're standing on. You won't fall off or anything, don't worry. Ah, damn it. Now, when you get hit enough times, and you'll see a number of red circles on the right side of the screen, that's your life meter. If you get hit again, then you'll be in your trousers. And here I'm going to use a spell. This is Thunder, and it can make boss fights a little bit easier, especially. And there's another chest right there. Just standing in the right... Ah, damn it. Standing in the right place. Ooh, just got in the door. Let's restore my life. There we go. Yeah, you can have up to 5 dots of... Damn it. Up to 5 dots of life, or hearts, excuse me. If you're not hitting these giant knights on the wall, then, I mean, if your shots go right through them, then you're probably not going to be hitting them. You need to make sure that the shots don't go through them to destroy them. You don't have to destroy them. You do want to avoid getting pinched as the screen rises upwards. And you need to have enough time to destroy these little blocks here and get through. There we go. Yeah, if you get squished, you will lose a life. And we'll need to go into that door to get to the second half of this stage. This is a weird stage. Especially here, we've got... Don't go into those gargoyles' mouths. You will instantly die. And you need to tarry here a little bit on this tongue so that the platforms will eventually appear. Don't let that treasure knock you off. And duck when you get across to this one, because that spiked part just above your head will kill you if you hit your head on it. So much to remember about this stage. Even though you don't see platforms appearing, you'll jump across and there will be one appearing where you're jumping. And here again is where you needed to have the shoes upgrade to at least red to be able to make that jump, or at least with any confidence. But yeah, we are about to face the third boss, and it is an evil cloud. It will fire little bits of lightning at you. You can fight lightning with lightning, or thunder. You could use your spell. Crap, I'm down to my skivvies. Yeah, once you're in your shorts and you get hit again, you're dead. And you have no opportunities to get an extra life. But you do have infinite continues. I think. But you'll start at the beginning of the area that you died at. And we'll use a little thunder right here. But yeah, with each new helmet that you get, you will get new spells. You will get one new spell. There's just a lot of things to learn about this game. And note that when you use a spell, you will use up a little of the magic meter on the left side of the screen. It says T for thunder. And you get it and your life replaced when you beat a stage. Now this is the fourth stage, or round, or I could never remember whether a game calls it a level, a round, a stage, a phase, whatever. But this one's kind of cool. You have all these crystals, and they are sharp. There's a crystal ceiling. If you whack your head on it, you will get hurt. So tread lightly. There's another door. I can restore my life or my magic meter. But I just started this level, so I didn't really get a chance to use either. But yeah, you really want the shops. And just keep firing just in case it turns into a magician, because you don't want to give him a chance to fire a spell at you. And again, if the spell hits you, it will either turn you into an old man who can barely move, or far more commonly, it will turn you into a duck. And the duck has no offense whatsoever. The spell, fortunately, only lasts for about 4 seconds or so. So just kind of wander around a little bit in place, or avoid enemies until the spell ends. And there's another door. What do we got here? Alright. I can upgrade my shoes. And yeah, there are red. You start out with silver for each armament, your armor, your helmet, or your shoes. And then the next upgrade is red, and then green, and then golden. Damn it! Stop that glitching, you stupid frickin' emulator. Yeah, it's not through the emulator, really. It's through the video compression process, really. So I guess it's not Sega Fusion's fault, Format Factory's fault. But I have to change the so annoying. I have to change this because the size is too big. So I use Format Factory. But yeah, you'll be slipping and sliding on these watery steps here. And these hands, do not touch them, because they will automatically crush you and kill you. And watch out, because they like to shoot little green balls at you. If you have the opportunity to jump and shoot downwards at them, do so, but not if you're going to hit your head on those spikes. But do not let them grab you. Sometimes the treasure will block your way, or you can hit your head on it. And here we just jump from green platform to green platform. Eventually there will be platforms going to the right, and they'll drop faster. And here is the boss, just about. Now, you will need to walk to the far left part of this platform to make the treasure appear. And that has the key. Or, excuse me, that has the boss that you need to fight. This boss is hard. What it is, it's a cool boss, though. There's lightning again. The boss is a giant worm, and it has like 5 or 6 hearts that jut out from the side of its body, and it has maggots that spawn and repeatedly harass you. And what you need to do for each heart is, when it's exposed, you need to jump and fire downwards at it enough. Yeah, you'll get hit by, or you'll take a hit from touching any of those maggots. And there are also these little orange balls that fly around once in a while, 4 of them, and you can get hit by those. Or you could fall off in the water and die. Yeah, this stage has so much going on. It's a cool, this boss, it's a cool boss, cool idea, kind of gross, but there's just so much going on that it's kind of tough to beat. But in any boss fight, remember, you have all the time in the world. You are not timed, unlike the arcade game. Now, something you might be able to do is, like the second furthest heart from the left or right, you can actually crouch from a certain position and be able to hit it straight on with your shots. And I'm down to my skivvies again. And if you start off the stage, or this part, at the far left, and don't start moving to the right immediately, those orange orbs, whatever they are, can knock you into the drink and kill you automatically. So start off going immediately to the right when you begin this stage. There, I took out that heart. It's such a gross boss. The best port for Ghouls and Ghosts is probably the Sega Genesis port. I used to have that one, and it is fantastic. If you have trouble beating this, or getting very far in this game and want to do a cheat, there is a cheat mode at the title screen. Press left, right, right, left, right, right, left, right, right, and then right, left, and you will get to a cheat mode where you can do invincibility, and I think some other stuff. But try that code if this game is a little too much for you. But yeah, the arcade game does not have those shops, and it's not really a shop. I mean, you don't pay for anything. Everything is free, but you can only take one item at a time. I mean, per visit. Alright, destroyed that heart. Once all of the hearts are destroyed, then a key will appear. And you will take the key and you will return to just outside of that door that we were at earlier. I think at some point I put on Invincibility, an invincibility cheat through Pro Action Replay. There's those annoying orbs. Those maggots spawn so often and so quickly. They're so annoying. So you really, really, really have to take your time. I think after I lost this life, I put on the... I declined to continue. Yeah, you can nail that heart, that second heart from the left, from a crouching position on the left side of this worm. Making it easier to get some of the edge hearts. Such a disgusting boss. I had only seen Ghouls and Ghosts in the arcade, I think, once ever. The next game in the series was Super Ghouls and Ghosts, I believe, for the Super Nintendo. I never played the Super Nintendo hardly at all. I think I played it once at my stepdad's. They had a Super Nintendo. I preferred the Sega Genesis, especially the controller was much better. But they did have a Ghouls and Ghosts for the Sega Genesis, and it was terrific. But yeah, you just gotta destroy those hearts, all those hearts, and then you will get a key to return you to the area that you were at recently. The game seems to be forgiving in terms of collision detection with those worms, or the maggots. It seems like sometimes you jump and you land on one, but if you were shooting very quickly, or you jump again real quick, then it's forgiving. Well, not that time. but that was my last life and I neglected to continue here. But we will see at least snippets of the rest of the game. Now, the Ghosts N Goblins series is notorious for its difficulty, and this one is no exception. Once you get to what looks like the end of the game, you have to go all the way back to the beginning, and there we beat the giant worm. And now we go on to the final stage of Ghouls and Ghosts. But when you get to the end, you are told you cannot face the final boss because you are not strong enough. And by not strong enough, that means you have to upgrade all of your armor parts to gold. There's a little bit later from the start of the level, you have to face 3 of these devils. And they're very tricky with their flight pattern and trying to avoid your shots. And then shortly after them, then, well, this is the last of them. Then there's this higher platform area here, and those dragonflies are among the more annoying enemies in the game because they're so numerous and they like to knock you into the abyss. And shortly after them, this is another annoying part. Those here's another shop. Those spikes that jut out from the side, if you don't really study their pattern, you're gonna have a hell of a time unless you have the god damn it, unless you have the shield spell. And again, you get new spells, and here's was that Lucifer or something from Ghosts N Goblins? He makes numerous appearances on this final stage. But yeah, with the collection of each helmet, you will get a new spell. I can get up to what was it, 5 spells, something like that. But you start out with the fire magic, and then I think you can collect the thunder magic. Yeah, after the 2 of those guys, Lucifer, whatever his name was, then you will face 3 clouds, 3 miniature clouds, one after another. Excuse me. I hope you're handling adverse weather. It's really snowy here. That time you face another orc head, and then there's also creatures that drop stones on you from the, was it 3rd level? And now here is the second to last boss of the game, and it is Beelzebub. I think that's his name, but he's a giant fly, and you need to shoot up towards where you can hit his eye. And sometimes it seems, well, here he'll reform into some flies and move elsewhere on the screen. But sometimes it seems when you've got a bead on his eye, he'll change direction so that you can't hit him. It sucks. And he'll keep reformatting somewhere else on the screen until you beat him. There! I used my lightning spell to kill him quicker. There, you collect that key, and you try to go through this door, but nope. Arthur, you've done well so far, but you will not be able to defeat Loki. Loki is the final boss, and he's pretty easy if you have like a enough energy. You can easily kill him. But what you need to do is you have to get all the gold weapons, or all the gold armor, helmet, armor, and shoes. But you have to start all the way back at the beginning. And you'll need to upgrade all your weapons too. And once you get to the best weapon, then if you open up a treasure and go into a shop, then they will give you a final weapon. And it's called the Psycho Blaster. But that is what you have to be able to reach Loki. And you have to have... There, I upgraded to a green armor. And you'll get, like I said, you'll get a new spell each time you upgrade your helmet. And there's gold armor there. Gold is the best type of armor and helmet and feet, or shoes that you can get. And there's gold shoes, yeah. But you need to have gold of all of those. And then you have to have the best weapon. And there's a double spell. We're just looking at the various different spells and what they do and whatnot. And there is my shield spell, and the shield spell is super helpful. Each spell takes up can take a different amount of power from your magic meter. And there's the double. Stupid glitching. But yeah, you can make a double of you with the double spell, and you'll both shoot and jump. And then here's another spell, and this is the, what was this called? The bomb? Or something like that. Explosion. But those were the spells. And we'll look at my weapon upgrades, and there I have a dagger. And when you have the dagger, later on you might be able to find a shop that gives you an axe. And the axe is so much more powerful. The dagger just shoots a whole lot more at once than the lance. But then after the axe, then you can collect a discus, perhaps, from a shop. Yeah, the axe is very powerful against those clouds especially, and there's the discus. It's a little stronger than the axe, I guess. And then after the discus is the fireball. The fireball is very powerful, and then the Psycho Blaster is the most powerful, and you have to have that to be able to face Loki. Not the Marvel Comics Loki. But yeah, look how powerful that fireball is. But eventually, once you have the fireball and all the gold armor, then you will be able to get the Psycho Cannon from one of those doors that you uncover by destroying a treasure chest. And we're going to skip forward to me beating Beelzebub. I think his name was Beelzebub. It should be anyway. You know, Lord of the Flies. I almost destroyed him. And there we go. Get the key. And now I get to face Loki. After I open the door. Ta-da! And yeah, he's giant. You just stand under him when you get the opportunity. Try not to get hit by his lasers. Some of them are fast. You will die if you fall through those floor pieces that get destroyed by the lasers. But yeah, hit him enough and he's dead. And here's the ending to Ghouls and Ghosts for the Sega Master System. But yeah, you have to go through the game twice, and then you need to make sure that you have gold armor, gold helmet, and gold shoes. But first thing you want to do, and you need to make sure that you upgrade all your weapons up to the fireball, and then collect the Psycho Blaster. But the first thing you want to do is get better shoes to give yourself better jumps, because it'll be hard to make certain jumps without good shoes. So get those shoes first thing, and then get helmets so that you can get new spells. But that was Ghouls and Ghosts for the Sega Master System, originally an arcade release in 1988 and released for the Sega Master System in 1990. Well, this is Crazy Climber 80 saying thanks for watching game number 10, Ghouls and Ghosts for the Sega Master System in 1990, created by Capcom. I hope you join me soon for game number 9. Stay warm, everybody, and I will see you later. Bye-bye, folks.